Brown belt. Winding throws. Outer wind. Block, strike with palm heel to chin, step to the side and kneel, turning inside, rolling the attack around your body. Now you can see the turn inside your opponent's roll. Now another variation of an outer wind. Inner wind. In this wind, your arm is brought underneath the opponent's arm. The lock is achieved by bracing your attacker's elbow against your upper arm. From this angle, you must note the elbow strike to ribs prior to the throw. Variation on leg sweep. This is a leg sweep. Ankle sweep. Knee sweep. Thigh sweep. Inner ankle sweep. And inner knee sweep. Now an example of a rear sweep. Ankle, knee, thigh. Double sweep against ankles, knees, thighs. Now from a different angle. While sweeping, be sure your leg is rigid and used in a striking action against the limbs. Note the effectiveness of an ankle sweep. On rear sweeps, observe the arch of the attacker's back prior to throw. This is achieved by pulling down on the arm and pushing against the collarbone. Rolling ankle. This sacrifice throw is achieved by making full use of your attacker's forward momentum. Note the push under the armpit and the locked ankle position. Note the upward push against the ankle. The move is completed with a kick to the kidney. A variation using a straight arm lock. The lock is maintained during the throw. For safety reasons during practice, relax the pressure on the arm. Corner throw. This throw uses your left ankle against your opponent's right, while lifting your right foot against his inner left leg. From a different angle. Note the position of the arms, as the pull down with the simultaneous leg action creates the momentum for the throw. This is another variation using one leg. A corner throw, which locks the knees and the ankles prior to the throw. During the locking of the knees and ankles, ensure that your head is turned to the side and the attacker thrown well clear. Here's a close-up of the ankle and knee lock prior to the throw. Rear throw. This is the last in the series of sacrifice throws, approach from the rear. As seen from a different angle. Hand behind the head and punch or upward push with palm to the stomach prior to roll. The same action employed in the rear throw can also be used from a frontal attack, using the forward momentum of the aggressor to your advantage. A variation attacking the groin prior to throw. Block, turn, strike under groin, pull down on his right arm and roll. Look closely at the turning of the defender's body during the throw. The finish is a figure 4 lock. Cross ankle throw. This throw shows the defender stepping across the opponent and locking against the ankle. From a different angle. Note the windmill action of the attacker's arms during the throw and the hold down using the thumb against the pressure point. A variation against a strangle or push. This variation can be done by turning inside your opponent and gripping the upper arms. And shown from a different angle. Note the coordination of legs and arms during the throw. Leg wheel. When approaching from behind, always push the elbow away from you and encourage your partner to hold your belt to ensure a clean and safe break fall. From a side view, the leg wheel attacks the opponent's knee. Variation against a double punch. A double circular block is used and the opponent's arm is pushed across his body. Note the pivoting of the defender's left leg. Outer wheel. The throw is performed by pulling backwards, pushing forwards and striking with your leg against the back of the opponent's legs. From a different angle. Always ensure you step past the opponent and lean forward as much as possible, keeping your legs straight. A variation of an outer wheel. Step to the side, attack kidney, lock your opponent's arm and leg, step forward and throw, apply head and arm lock. Action against 3 or more attackers. Variation number 1. These are suggested multiple attack sequences that the prospective brown belt should practice. From a different angle. Please pay particular attention to the position of the defender during these attacks. Variation number 2. Always allow the attacker to approach you, never leave your own position. From a different angle. Variation number 3. Be prepared to employ the blocks, kicks, punches and throws that you've learnt in previous syllabus. From a different angle. Variation number 4. Please note the strikes to the vulnerable areas of the body. From a different angle. Variation number 5. Always try to obstruct the approach of the second or third aggressor by throwing into and blocking their path. This gives you time to prepare for the next defense. From a different angle. You can now see clearly the advantage to be gained by standing your ground and letting the aggressors move into your space. Variation on stomach throws. Using the right leg, the left leg, double-footed throw, side-footed throw, and reverse double-footed throw. Outer hook throw. Note the inverted movement of the defender's attacking leg. From a different angle. Observe the concerted push to the chest and hooking of the leg during the throw. Several ways of throwing opponents from behind. The following techniques are attacking moves designed to use the elements of surprise when an aggressor may be threatening a friend or colleague. You can approach the area unseen and instigate an attack from behind. Shoulder dislocations. These single and double shoulder locks are employed following throws and takedowns. These techniques can also be used to hold down and restrain an aggressor until help arrives. Once again, extreme care should be taken when applying these locks, as any sudden movement can result in serious injury. Dropping version of a reverse body drop. Block, step past the opponent, kneel keeping your legs straight, exert pressure against his knees and push backwards. The leg should be kept very straight and a shoulder arm lock is then applied. This is a variation. Palm heel block, step across and elbow strike to the back. Take the opponent into a headlock and move into a reverse body drop position. Apply a neck and reverse elbow lock. Shoulder crash. Move into a shoulder wheel position and drop the opponent off your back. Palm heel knockout blow to chin. The following examples are to demonstrate strikes to the chin using the heel of the hand. Keep fingers arched backwards and use a sharp clipping strike. It's important to tense the stomach muscles and exhale on impact. Left upward block with knife hand to neck. Pull the opponent's attacking arm down as you strike. Note the recoil of the attacking hand following the strike. The attacking hand is always slightly cupped with fingers kept rigid, when held by both arms from behind. Variation number 1. For an effective and powerful back kick, raise the knee as high as possible. Variation number 2.
Yes.
Step back, slap attacker's hands together and turn outwards into a wrist lock. Take the leg and maintain the lock.
Yeah.
A close-up of the wrist lock shows that if this position is maintained, it will deter any further attack.
Yeah.
It's important to place your thumb at the back of the attacker's hand before the lock is applied.
Yeah.
Variation number 3. Slap the attacker's hands together and step under and into a shoulder and wrist lock. To effect the locks, bear down on the opponent's shoulder. Variation number 4. Turn under the opposite arm and move into a standing outer wind. Note the position of the defending arm to block any further attack. Trap the attacker's left arm behind his head during the lock. Up to the neck with kick to the solar plexus. Variation number 1. This is normally practiced against 2 attackers from left and right sides. From a different angle. Variation number 2 uses a reverse back kick. Note the knife hand strike to the neck following the cross block. From a different angle. At this stage, you can see the benefit of being able to kick your opponent using both legs. Side kick to kneecap. Upward kick to kneecap. Remember to turn the toes back and kick with the heel, and once again practice from both sides. Three different blocks using the same blocking arm. Practice from both sides to build up a fast reactional defense. Arm and shoulder throw with shoulder lock and wrist lock. Outside block. Step in and take the wrist and upper arm, then exert the pressure by bearing down. From a different angle. Whilst taking the attacker down, slip your leg away from the body and use your own weight to your advantage. Observe the position of the defender's left knee, trapping the forearm against the body. Roundhouse kick from ground to lower body. In the event that you may find yourself on the ground during an attack, the ability to kick the attacker effectively from this position can be a great advantage. Strikes should always be directed to the most vulnerable parts of the body. Using the heel from the rear. Heighten the kick by elevating yourself off the ground. Now using the side of the foot. Side thrust kick to back of the knee from ground. Place your hand on the floor, hooking your left foot in front of your opponent's right leg and thrust kick to the back of the knee. From a different angle. Side snap kick. To the knee. Under the arm. And to the throat. Side thrust kick to kneecap, followed by roundhouse to ribs. Practice this move from both sides. One-handed throws. In the event that you may have sustained an injury to one arm in Jiu-Jitsu, it's still possible to throw an opponent effectively. Reclining leg throw. Inside hock. Dropping version of a body drop. Reverse rolling ankle with a shoulder and head pin.
Yes.